the microdosing, and it has helped me a lot. I have slowed down with the up and down emotional, eating, drinking. Um, my emotions even are more, I deal with a lot of up and down people all day long, which I love my career, but sometimes it's kind of exhausting, people going in and out all day. So it's really helped me stabilize my emotions. Um, I'm sleeping better at night. And honestly, I just noticed, and I was talking to my husband just last week. I was having some pretty bad reoccurring foot pain, and I just, figured it was being on my feet for 34 plus years, but I don't have that pain anymore in my foot, and I'm not done anything different. I feel like it was definitely inflammation. Um, that has went down and helped that a lot. So that has definitely helped me. Um, the As far as the GHKCU, I'm on that. I'm getting ready to finish that cycle, and I have been able to tell a huge difference also with that. I have smoother skin, and my fine lines are so much better, and the complexion is more glowing than it has been, and hair growth is huge. My nails are, well, I know you girls in the salon, you know how it is. When you have your natural nails, they take a beating. And I have not ever had this strong of nails. So I've just have nothing but good things to say about the quality of the product. My results have been amazing. So I'm just getting started with this and hoping for a long, prosperous, longevity filled wellness journey.
Yes, I love it, Stacy. I love it. And tell us why you said yes to the business opportunity, the business side of Ellie. So you're seeing incredible results for your own personal health and wellness, and your skin is amazing, glowing.
Thank
You
you.
have that GHKCU glow, so we see it. And
Oh,
tell us why you said yes to the business side as a salon owner specifically.
well, I specifically, there's a couple of things actually. I feel like, most of us that have done hair for a decent amount of time, we do really care about the people that are in our chair. And I feel like this is something that I think for the future is definitely needed, and it's just opening up. That's kind of what my vision was when I first heard about this. And I just wanted to be able to share to help them and to spread that knowledge that I have that maybe they don't know or don't have time to find out. So I just really feel like it's definitely the future business is there because I can basically talk about it genuinely to people that I care about. And then hopefully, if I see that many people during the day, then that helps them. So,
Yes, exactly. Yes. Paying it forward, passing along the good information. I love it. Thank you, Stacy. We're gonna turn it over to not Stacy Hamblett. Yes,
hi.
salon owner as well. So, Stacy, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your experience, your personal experience with peptides, and then same also why you said yes to it in business and how that's been going for you.
Sure. So I feel like my story is just like everyone else's. I feel like that, menopause, literally for 20 years from the minute I turned 40 and I turned 60 at the end of last year. And I literally for 20 years fought menopause. I literally did. It was either thyroid, it was this, that, and the other thing. So I don't feel like my story is unique to anybody. Yes, went to the doctors and we worked on the hormones and finally, it was a year ago in January. So I was like, I saw a metabolic practitioner who's a high executive in the company now, and I saw her, she's in fitness, and she was small and thin, and I was like, okay, this, and then she literally said everything that I had done. Like I had done a glucose monitor. I was on berberine. I was on, literally all the things, low carb, every carb, no carb, like everything. And then nothing felt like sustainable. So then I saw her talk about a microdose, and I went into the doctors prior to that, like ready to like wrestle them to give me something. And she put me on an anti-inflammatory and I lost 10 pounds. I was like, okay, good. It's not me. It's literally my body. I felt great. It flatlined. So I went on a microdose, and I am not kidding when I say it wasn't 3 days and I felt better. And what happened was I was retiring that year. I was selling my salon. I sold my salon and I was relocating to North Carolina, where I am now from Vermont. So I also became a health and lifestyle coach back in 2015. So I always talked about health, and I always talked with clients on more than that, than just hair. I also, which I think is important, I also know as a business owner, I had my salon for 25 years during COVID, right before the day the world closed down. I had had a delivery of my own private label hair care delivered. So I know the importance of another revenue stream besides our hands. So that kept me alive. And it was also very philanthropical for me. So everything had meaning to me. So I sold my salon. But what happened, how the business thing happened, was people started noticing me like looking lighter. Even though I was going through a move, selling my salon, my husband and I were living away from each other, and my kids and grandchildren all moved already. So while all that was happening, I just was lighter and happier. So that's and then I was sending people to my to Leanne, and she called me and she goes, "You've sent like 8 people to me." I literally had no idea about a network system. I've obviously have heard of MLMs. I had every one of them come to my salon and want to put Arbonne and all the things in there, and I was like, no. So that's how it kind of happened. And she says, you should just get a link so you can earn some money. I go, okay. But I was really preoccupied in selling my salon and relocating. So uh, I got a link. I just had it going into a savings account, wasn't paying attention. Then she called me like 6 weeks later. She goes, "You're doing really good." I go, "I'm really doing good at what?" And she's like, "You're really doing good. Like people, you're volume." And I was like, and this is no lie. I was in the business not knowing I was in the business. So I can't say it was a conscious decision. It was happening. And that's my message to any of you. If you literally do what you do with your clients every day and just share what's working for you and how life just got better. And when Stacy said she felt lighter and clearer and focused, she was less of everything. That is honestly the truth. Like we talk about food noise, but it's the noise of life. Like I wasn't worried about what somebody over on a cell phone was doing anymore. I wasn't focusing on I wasn't reacting to people being late. I just was lighter. I didn't have all the busyness going on. So, we know sharing is caring, and I wrote that today. We were kind of we're glorified concierge. We tell them where to eat and what doctor to go to, and that's how it started. And I gave myself till the end of the year because I moved in October. And I took one foot out of the salon world, and it was January. And so it's been about nine, like 6 full months that I've been focusing on it. And I have literally, um, I now earn half of what I was earning in the salon after 32 years. So I just think it's a passion. And I too am on GHKCU, and not just the skin, hair, and nails, which everybody wants, truly the elasticity. And I purposely, because I moved, did not get Botox, which I was getting it. I have not had to have it. And I'm shocked. I'm literally shocked. But it also that with BPC 157, I had a spine issue. And I think that's really important to talk about with our bodies. I had tired tendons. I had a bad spine. I had a bad neck. I was going to the chiropractors twice a week. I now go once a month. So all the lubrication and the tendons and the repair. Like
Mhm.
I used to wake up in the middle of the night be with a pinched spine with my hands asleep. I just, my life has truly changed. And my last departing comment was I've been to Mexico with a leadership team. I've been to a few get-togethers, and every hair event I went to, it was always everybody was sizing each other up. That has never happened. That has never happened. And I figured it out was we've all been in a dark place. We've all been in a really difficult place and we came out of it and we want others to feel that way. So I think that's why Ellie really does have this precious, beautiful team of humans that want everybody to feel good. So I think it's a really easy business to have another revenue stream with. So
I love that. Thank you for sharing, Stacy. What an inspiring, powerful story for sure. I was in the business without realizing I was in the
yeah,
business.
I was. I literally was in it and didn't know.
And it's so true, right? That you're in the chair. You're not just a hairstylist. You're a
No.
therapist. You're a
Yeah.
concierge for all the things. You're the
Yeah.
biggest referrer. You're the
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. And I get it because I coach salon owners now and I worked with a management team coaching salons. So I understand the pains that we have and
Mhm.
physical, mental, and emotional. I understand them. So it made like it changed, it literally changed my life.
What are
So
you most excited about when you look to the future of your business, Stacy?
oh, well, it's I said this because I have two other women that are accountability partners, and we talked about it today. And I said, I just look forward to the day that, which I do feel like I'm at. I feel very grateful, but we know how to make money as hairstylists. We know how to get in there and make money. We don't always know how to manage it. So I think it's really important, and I feel very grateful that the future is about not hustling to make
Mhm.
money because if you just keep sharing, it really does come. It really does come. So that's what I love is like I don't feel like I have to grind.
Yes, huge, huge
Yeah.
after years of grind, right? You can
Grind.
take a
Ugh.
breath.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, Stacy. I'm going to turn it
Thanks.
over to Heather. Heather Gross is here to share as well. Heather, I'm going to let you introduce yourself and share your story.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me. So, a little about my background. I am a hairstylist. I have been a hairstylist since 2003. I've owned my salon since 2013. A little bit about my background, which rolls into my journey with bringing another business into the salon and another stream of income. Which, if you're here as a hairstylist or a salon owner, this is, the nitty gritty that you probably really want to know about, right? Because everything that both Stacey's talked about, like, being a hairstylist, we love our job, but there is a grind with it. It wreaks like havoc on our body emotionally. It can be draining. We love it. That's why we still do it, but it does take a lot from you. So in 2021, I was actually diagnosed with cancer when I was pregnant with my fourth child. And basically, what happened, the long story short is, we are good now, but it was a 4-year cancer journey. It put me through a tailspin. It also, Stacey had brought up COVID. So, first, we always talk about in my family, it went from COVID to cancer. And both of those things like showed me the importance, number one, of having a second stream of income. I cannot express this enough. I actually was previously with another health and wellness company, much like Stacy, who just shared. I've always been very passionate about it, and this has always worked very well in my business alongside of doing hair because we are the concierge, we are the therapist, we do give recommendations. I have been doing a lot of my clients literally for 20 years. And so they trust me. We've done life together. We've done everything, divorces, marriages, babies, funerals, you name it. We have been there through the thick and thin and through my cancer journey even. And so during that time when I had cancer, I had to step away from my chair for a year and take care of myself and my mental health and also my actual health while I was healing from all of that. And, everything went well. I lost the baby weight. I was living my best life, just being home with my babies for the very first time ever in my life. And but then all of a sudden, this lovely perimenopause thing kicks in, and all of a sudden, I gained all the weight back. I've always been into health and wellness. I've always lifted. I've always ran. I've done all the things, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, like I gained almost 40 pounds out of nowhere, and I was doing all the things. This is a very similar story to a lot of us in midlife, so I don't want to like bore you with this long story about all of this. But what happened is, of course, I was doing everything, I tried everything, nothing was working. And so I went down the rabbit hole of trying to figure out what I could do to get this weight off. Plus, I was having extreme gut issues, so much pain in my stomach every single time I would eat, wildly inflamed. I would look 6 months pregnant by the end of the day at the salon when I would leave. And I'm just like, I don't know why I'm so huge. Like, I don't know what's happening. And so did a lot of doctoring. They couldn't find out what was wrong. And so I went down the rabbit hole, decided I was going to, microdose a GLP-1, all of that. The ending of the story of that is like, okay, this is great. I was losing weight. Just like both Stacy's, I felt lighter. Like it is crazy. Like I have to keep myself on track at the salon now. And I actually am always like, hey Siri, set a timer for blah, blah, blah. Because I like don't stay focused in the aspect that like I'm not so high strung. I'm just so like lackadaisical and like everything is fine and just like living my best life, right? And so you really do feel calmer, lighter. My clients were coming in and they're like, oh my gosh, Heather, like you are glowing, you look so happy, like what is going on with you? So because of my cancer journey, I really researched the company first because for one, I'm not going to damage my reputation that I've worked so hard for at my salon. I also had cancer, so it was important to know that these products were triple purified, FDA, pharmacies. There was no liability for me. I had looked at potentially bringing in a Medi Spa, and in order to have a Medi Spa, you have to like have a medical director. You have to carry the overhead. You have the inventory. Like it is a big pull. There's got to be lawyers involved. Like it is extremely expensive. Probably looking at about 150 to 200,000 just to get started, right? And I was just like, I don't really have that kind of money. I don't know that I want to invest that kind of money. And so when I found LEMD, so many of my clients were already talking about weight loss. They were looking for GLP-1s. People are no longer, getting insurance coverage for this. So they need access. They're looking for a safe place to get it from. I am like, okay, like I have this opportunity in my hands right now that is gold because I really started it just for me. And then all of a sudden, everybody was asking about it. So I was still with my previous company and doing hair. I was back in the salon after cancer, all of this stuff. And I was just like, okay, I think I gotta like really dig into this more. And so I started, like Stacy, accidentally building a business because people were asking me what I was doing. I was like, well, I can give you the provider that I went through. So I started just giving out my link, like, hey, this is where you can get it. Like, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't view it as a business. I was just helping my clients, right? Because that's what I do. If I got like a 30% off at Kohl's, like I'll give you that too. I don't really care. And so I was just like, here, you want this? You want this? Like, go ahead. And it was just like going and building. And then they were having incredible experiences and everybody was happy. And I was like, oh my gosh. So by December, it turned out like I was like building a pretty lucrative business already. And I was like, oh my gosh. Well, with that being said, I have had the same two stylist chairs turn over in the last couple of years, 2 times in a row. They come for a year, year and a half, then they go and build their own salon and then they're gone. And I'm just like in the drama and the this and the that. And I was like, oh my gosh, well, I'm already making enough money to cover the rent for those 2 chairs. So it's like, I guess it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm happy, the salon's thriving, all of our girls here get along great. So maybe I don't really need to fill those chairs. I'm just gonna, like tell people about peptides. And so this just continued to go. And so I will tell you, it's been over well, close to 18 months. And last year, I made more than my husband does as a fraud manager. And he just got promoted to an officer at his bank. And I cleared six figures last year. And this is not to make financial claims. This is to show you, like, when you care about your clients and you care about what other people are struggling with, and this is what we do as hairstylists every single day, is we listen to people. That is our job. We are professional listeners. And to be able to provide a solution, it's not up to me if they move forward or not. That's between them and the doctor, and that and their discretion, and their medical history, all of that. I am removed from that. I'm just the educator, the pointer. Send them there, and then they figure out the rest. And then I'm just there for support and to, help them on their journey. It's been one of the simplest things I've ever done, and to have the blessing to not have to be stressed about filling those chairs. I'm only working 3 days a week. This summer, I'm going down to 2 days a week to be home with my kids, because my youngest is going into kindergarten, my oldest is going to college, and I get to be home with my kids this summer and only work 2 days. And I'm working 2 days because I want to work 2 days, not because I have to work 2 days. So, I don't want to like take up all the time, but I could go on forever because I'm so passionate about this. And seriously, if people are talking to you about this, you really need to consider getting an affiliate link and, really bringing this into your business, because it's no different than a Medi Spa, except for you don't have to have the overhead and the liability, and you are still helping change lives, which is what we already do behind the chair in the first place. So, that's my spiel. That is my passion, and I'll turn it back to you, Beth.
Heather, thank you so much. What really stood out to me about what you were saying is freedom, that you have freedom now. You have the freedom to make choices about your time and about how you want your business to run and just about your life, right? And you're feeling good and strong and, healthy with that freedom. So that's incredible. Thank you guys all for joining. I hope this was impactful for you. If you are interested in adding this revenue stream to your salon, please get back to the person who invited you to this call. If you're interested in feeling better yourself, feeling stronger, get with the person that invited you. They can help point you to the right education and the right provider to help you get started. Thanks again for joining. Have a great night, everyone.